I'm Shantae.
And I'm Jamika.
And we're the ladies of Off the Chain Mondays. Woo! And we got a special co-host in the building with us today, Mr. Ernesto.
What's going on? What's going on?
Ernesto's here today, guys, to kind of tune in with a male perspective, because I know y'all always hear from us ladies, and the male voices are muted a little bit, just a little bit. We try.
Maybe in the comments.
Right, and we try our best to
I'm
reach
gonna try
out.
to hold y'all down.
That's the goal. All
Right.
Especially with these topics today.
Yes. The topic.
Yes.
You wanna go with the topic today real quick?
Sure. So today for episode 7, I had to put that in there because it's episode 7. I'm excited about that.
Right?
But today we're gonna discuss going 50-50 and female friendships versus male friendships, as well as double standards when it comes to females and males and their sexual escapades, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
And we're gonna hand it off to Shantae.
So I'm taking the lead on this one because I got a lot of feedback. I won't say whether it was negative or positive, but I got a lot of feedback over a Facebook post, and sometimes I just don't understand why people take Facebook so serious. But anyway, what I posted was a video from another lady. I don't even know who she is. You know how you just go through and repost stuff on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
But this video, the way she was saying it was cracking me up. And basically what she was saying is no female wants to go 50-50 with no male. Now,
Oh yeah.
that's her perspective. So I'm going to say this in the best way that I possibly can. To each his own.
Yeah.
You're entitled to do whatever works for you in your own relationship. Facts.
Yeah.
Now that I've given that disclaimer, I ain't going 50-50 with no damn body, because I feel like, and this is just my personal experience, I am a single mother of 3 children. I take care of all the bills by myself. I take care of rent, car, or transportation, light, water, shoes, clothes, food. Anything you can imagine that happens in a household, I take care of it by myself. So if I'm going to join with a man, what the hell I need to go 50-50 with you for? If I'm going 50-50, you might as well be my roommate. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't expect no cookie. And you're basically just a roommate. Otherwise, bring something to the table, because my table is already set. So,
And by bring something to the table, you mean pay
pay the rent. Now,
Majority of the bills.
no. This is when I say I'm not going 50-50. I'm not going 50-50 when it comes to rent or mortgage. Or
Split in the middle.
Right. I'm not doing that. No. So, with that being said, if I have rent, the man covers the rent. I'll cover everything else. He ain't got to worry about no other bills. But the roof over our head, that's your main concern. Your
That's understandable.
Your job is to take care of the roof over our
I
head.
mean,
I
I feel
mean,
like
that's
that's just to each his own.
Yeah.
That's like that
Yeah.
disclaimer. I think because some people, like me, for instance, I have been living on my own for a while. So yeah, it's a fact that I'm able to take care of everything on my own. However, if I am partnered with somebody and we, discuss, our goals and what we're trying to reach, what we're trying to build up to, and it helps us both to be able to save, especially if you consider how much he's bringing in, how much I'm bringing in. Like, I don't want it to be a thing to where, like, if I'm saying pay all the rent, because here, in Michigan, my rent with my cousin was $500. Here, that shit is expensive. It's like I'm living by myself right now.
Your rent was $500?
Yes, in Michigan it's $500. Here it's like twice that. And right now I'm living on my own. And rent here is $10.19. I'm paying that all on my own. But when I was partnering with someone and trying to build with somebody, having that split in half, it helps me save. It helps you save. I don't want it to be to a point to where, like, for instance, I make more. I have a degree, he doesn't. So naturally, I make more. And if you aren't making as much as I do, then all I can expect from you if I ask you to pay for all the rent is just the rent. Like
Nothing
there's
really
nothing else
else.
because you're gonna be living paycheck to paycheck. Are you saving? Are you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I get what you're saying.
I don't mind that. In my personal opinion, if I can like do half of that,
But
and
I
save
understand
the most
when it
important
comes.
part is the fact that she says she makes more than him. If
Yeah.
you make more, then obviously then you would cover the bulk of the bills. But in a situation where y'all either equal or the woman makes a little less, I ain't gonna be good.
Okay, let it look like Ernesto got something to say real quick. So let Ernesto say let him drink his little Kool-Aid.
Wet your chops.
Let him drink his Kool-Aid real quick.
So, me personally, I agree with the paying the rent part. But that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's situational.
yeah,
Yes.
Right? So, as far as the financial aspect, right? If I make more than a lady, I'm going to take care of it.
Right.
I'm going to take care of probably some other things, depending on,
Your,
how much she makes, how much I make.
Yeah.
Right? So the income, it matters. But there are some women that, they're doing well. They might even make more than you. They don't want you to do those things. So it's all situational, like all aspects of it.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like you have to know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So if you go into a relationship with somebody
And you're expecting.
and you're expecting it to be like, all right, y'all first date, you took care of everything. The next dates after that, you took care of everything. You should know by now she's expecting you to take care of things, right? Or if y'all go out and she's like, no, I'm gonna get this date. From then, I think you should be able to make a decision or
how the relationship is going to be.
or have an understanding of how the relationship is going to go. So for me, I would say like there's a lot of guys who they feel like they should go 50-50. I think that should basically it should be based off of financial off of
Yeah,
financial
it
aspect.
all
So, like,
depends on the
so,
people
like,
as well too. Yeah, I get what you're saying on that.
If you know that y'all have the same the same income, right? It really doesn't make sense for me to take care of everything and then it should be a partnership, right?
Exactly.
Because we're both supposed to save, we're supposed to build together.
Right.
So I think y'all should have, which is the most important part of the relationship, is a good communication, right? So you should sit down, share your goals with each other. You should be able to say, listen, this is what I want to do. What do you want to do? What are your goals in life? Right? How can we help each other?
Exactly.
Would it really benefit the relationship if I'm just sitting here paying the bills and what the hell is going on that side financially and vice versa?
But look, I got a question on that now, or a statement on that. So what if you said about the income, so he makes the same amount, she makes the same amount, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'll pay the rent. He's still doing the whole rent portion. And he's like, you good at saving money. So you save, on your side, and you pay the rest of the...
Well, that would be the agreement.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? There's all kinds of agreements. Yeah.
So my question would be, should you go into a relationship with somebody with just that, like, box closed mindset without thinking about that communication?
I wouldn't, because when I first, for instance, when I first went with, Jameer's dad, when I first went with him, I made more than him. So I made more money than him, but we wasn't living in the same household. I was, still living with my parents, but I made more money than him. He was still living with his parents. So at the time, I didn't really think about a 50-50 with him because I wasn't even looking to move in with him. Not because he made less than me, but then I felt like, okay, yes, the burden is going to be more on me. So I waited till, I'm not going to say I waited till he grew, but I waited till he...
But that's okay, though. If you did wait till he grew, that's okay.
But that's just for me. I'm not moving in with somebody that I personally make more money than. Because I'm going to feel like I'm going to have to take care most of everything. So I'm not saying I go 50-50 I'll go against that. But...
So you're saying you wouldn't be comfortable?
I wouldn't be comfortable because I know, for instance, what if, okay, I got let go of my job. He wouldn't be able to take care of...
To the lifestyle y'all already accustomed to.
Exactly, that I was accustomed to.
Yeah,
so
that would be the risk that you're taking when you do it, though. You have to prepare.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta be prepared for the situation.
When I say...
Yeah.
Because a lot of people took me to say that I don't want to pay no bills. That's not what I said. example. I
Yeah.
said is he take care of rent or mortgage. I take care of the rest of the bills. I feel like that frees up more money to put aside for savings. So if, for instance, he does lose his job, we got something to fall back on, and I can say, babe, it's gonna be okay. I can't say, babe, it's gonna be okay if there's nothing set aside for us. And to me, I feel like if all he has to worry about is that one bill, in a time where you really got to worry about the whole world being against him, all you got to worry about is the rent, and everything else in your life is taken care of. I feel like that's less than a load for the man at the end of the day.
I mean, I could go for that, but the point of that for me would be like communication. So if y'all have that agreement, then
Right.
I have that in the back of my mind. Okay, I'm paying rent and she's taking care of the other bills, but I know that she's also saving.
Right.
So
But
she's creating that nest,
Right.
right? Whereas I'm taking care of the bulk of the bills, and you know this is how this
Yeah.
relationship is working. So that's
The way
the
you
agreement.
saying it, yeah,
If you
it's
have
a
that
more of an
agreement,
agreement.
though,
Well, it is a
right,
communication
But
thing.
if you have that agreement, though, there's a lot of stuff that you would have to consider putting into that agreement.
Yeah.
Because say the stuff don't last. There's something about, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it doesn't last, are we going to put something in the agreement that says if
I
I'm
think-
the one
I think
saving the
everything
money
should
on
be
my
contract.
end? Yeah, like,
It should
well,
only be
not,
contractual.
well, just like,
Honestly, I think so. No, because not just to protect your investment, because a lot of people don't understand. Even like if you're talking marriage, if you're talking, you know, so with that in mind, that's you entering into a partnership
Yeah.
and basically a business partnership. Because you could go forever and not, you know, get married. It doesn't. That's you know all public opinion, and that has nothing to do. If your relationship is what it is, then y'all know you don't have to
However
go put it
it
in
works.
writing. However it works.
You still
But
have to have that agreement, though.
contractual
even if it's,
agreements, I think that it's necessary.
Yeah.
It is. It's honestly necessary because if y'all do, you know, decide to split, if I'm taking care of the rent and
And I'm
you're-
not saving. And
or
you
if
the
you
one
are saving, right, or
it's
if
coming
you are,
from your checks. Like,
yeah,
what's
I
the
get what
judge
you're
gonna say? Oh,
saying,
it's
you
in
know?
her bank account. All of
Yeah.
this says Shantae
But at the end of
Hall.
the day,
right.
this
I
is
get
how
what
I
you're
figured.
saying.
See, because I sat and I thought these things through just in case I bumped my head and decided to settle down. So, I thought it.
I'm so tired of her. I am.
If I'm the one who's saving the money, but he's the one paying the rent, then you keep dwelling. You keep the dwelling. Technically, that's your dwelling. But the money that I save, I can use that to start over on my own.
And then he has nothing. If he's
But-
say
You
he's
got the place. You ain't gotta come out of pocket for a deposit. You
yeah,
ain't
but
gotta
he still
come out of
gotta pay
pocket.
for that stuff, girl. There's still bills.
Yeah, he still gotta pay for it, but I'm gonna have to pay my bills too.
So it's not fair.
How is it not fair? Because he's not having to pay a deposit on a new
Because
place.
after you leave with the money that you saved and he has absolutely nothing, what's gonna happen the next month when he has a light bill, a mortgage bill? You know what I'm saying? Like all of
Because
that.
he didn't have
So,
any back.
to say to be able to
Yeah.
say because you're the one saving, he's not.
How I see it, look,
That doesn't make to me. I'm not connecting on that because it's either that or we both move out.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is it wouldn't be fair to him because
Yeah,
once you're
he said-
But it wouldn't be fair to me if I gotta move out and
okay,
start from scratch.
so Brian said rent ain't the only bill he gonna have to pay for in y'all's relationship. What about all the bills he came into the relationship with? Is she gonna pay those for me? And such as car payment. I guess what you said.
but they already had their own separate bills. That's
Yeah.
not- I don't even think that.
But look,
Yeah,
look at
your
this.
bills is your bills before.
So,
So then that
for
would need to be
instance,
discussed. What
that
if I'm
would
not
need to be
capable of
discussed,
paying
too.
those bills that I've had before,
Then
plus
that's what
your
I'm-
Because a phone bill is a personal bill, but
Yeah.
that could add up. Both for our phone bills. Who's going? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he has, okay, for instance, I'm gonna bring back a story. So, okay, all right. So you pay the rent this month, but I'm gonna pay both of our phone bills because when you think about it, if you paying the whole entire rent. Okay, so I pay both of our phone bills. Okay, you gonna pay your car, so I pay my car. You gotta have. I guess you still gotta have that agreement. But if you're gonna pay all of the rent, I might take your phone bill because rent could be.
right.
It depends on
Right.
the finances.
It depends on the finances.
It
So
depends.
if I'm able to, and your car note, say you fall short on your car note,
And I
with
give
the
you.
money that I'm saving for the side, I should be able to jump in and say, "Don't worry about that. We already got that saved up. It's good." Do you see what I'm saying? Like
I'm
me
speaking about the
saving-
person who may be living paycheck to paycheck if they have to take on by themselves a $10,000 bill every month, like depending on their finances. If they're
Well,
not
that's how we
capable of doing that.
First of all, my rent is $1,065. If I can handle it on my own,
Is it a
with
struggle
three-
though? Is what I'm
Of
saying.
course it is.
Sometimes are you able to save with that? Are you able to like? Is it a struggle? You know, sometimes where it's like, you know, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, penny to penny.
But again, it may sometimes be that I live paycheck to paycheck.
But if it's
Not all
two
the time.
incomes,
But
incomes,
hear what I'm saying. If
then
I
it
can
might
do
be-
it, all of it, by myself, he should be able to just cover the rent. You know what? I'd be good if all I had to pay was rent. If the rest of my money didn't have to go towards light bill,
I think
cable
it depends
bill,
on the
water.
finances, because I know myself. If I know that I'm capable of taking care of everything on my own.
If the
I
agreement
know
is
that.
that
That's
you're
not a
paying all of
question.
the rent, then
My thing is, if I'm able to split that and make it easier on myself, less
Okay.
stressful on myself, as well as the
So-
other person while we build and save, then that to me would be better than me saying, well, I'll continue to pay $10.65 by myself every month if I can like take the alternative and cut that in half.
When I say that I can do it by myself, it means that I don't have to settle for something that I'm
Well,
not
it doesn't
looking
necessarily
for.
mean you gotta settle.
It is settling if it's not my standards. And
So,
I feel
okay,
like-
I got a question. You said it is selling if it's not your standard that basically you got there.
Right.
So, say this. He not all the way where he want to be in life, right?
Right.
You guys are currently making the same income.
Right.
He's still trying to do something that's going to make him better in life. Would you say, oh, you're not at my standards right now? And if he's saying, okay, I'm trying to save to do what I'm trying to do, maybe it might be he's still in probably
Okay.
just whatever he's
Are you
doing in
willing
life.
Are you willing to invest?
Are you willing to invest in the relationship when he's not there yet?
Okay, what is he not there with though?
Financially.
So basically, enter into a relationship and live with someone who can't cover the rent by himself. That's what you're asking me?
Well, that's saying, hey, what if he said I cover most of the rent and you probably throw in a couple of $100? That's still not all of the
That's
rent.
fine, as long as it ain't
Or
50-50.
300. But then you still okay. What if he said, okay, I'm not gonna be able to pay all of the electric. I'll throw in some for the electric, and you probably.
But we make the same
So
amount?
is it?
Yes, we make. You guys are making the same. No.
Can I ask this? So
Okay.
with you saying that, right? Do your other bills add up to the amount that the rent is?
Almost.
Almost.
So that's basically 50-50
That's
when you think
basically
about
50-50.
it.
Not really,
So is it-
because
is
at the
it
end of
just
the day, I
the-
still have more left over to throw towards anything else. So for instance, if
Exactly.
So it's basically what you're saying, if you had to pay the rent instead of everything else, you wouldn't have as much.
right, well that's what I was saying from the beginning. Because let's be real, your biggest bill is rent. That's your biggest bill, right?
It's the biggest chunk at one time.
It can be. It all depends. It all
Because when you
It
think
does.
about
In
electric,
in my situation, the biggest bill I have is rent.
Okay.
Okay, everything else, all right. So I might have I'll take my highest months, which is the summer months. So my light bill might be $300. My water bill is low. Water bill will be maybe $100. So I'm at $400 already. Remember I said my rent was $10.60. We still got to add food in. We still got to add in little miscellaneous stuff that's needed around the house. So at the end of the day, I might work myself right back up to almost $10.60. But at the end of the day,
So you're adding in essentials as far as like
I
know,
take care of
wash,
everything.
all
You
of
ain't
that.
got to worry. When you spend
You don't have to worry about anything.
When you reach for toilet paper, baby, it's there. When you go to wash your ass, the soap is there. When you go to brush
I'm
your
gonna be,
teeth,
I'm gonna be
That's
honest with you. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. I'll be real with you. I've never heard of nothing like that. If I had to pay the rent, right? If I have to pay the rent, I'm taking care of something else. It's not. And that was I guess there was somebody who commented on it that you said that he's taking care of more than.
yeah.
Brian said that,
Okay,
yeah.
but in most cases, it's usually true. Like, I'm not only taking care of the rent, I'm taking care of, as far as like your back and forths, groceries, stuff like that.
Okay, let's look at some of these cons because people's going in.
Well, let me finish his statement
okay,
first,
go
and then we
ahead.
can do it.
Yeah. So like, back and forth, gas, groceries, stuff like that. Things, if there's kids involved, things that they might need. Us going out, because we need to have our
Yeah,
time
that's
too.
what I'm saying.
So I
With
gotta
me,
take care of that as
yeah.
well. So,
When you having kids
When you-
involved, then you got to think about it as like,
and this is how I feel. Do one whole month, right? And log everything. And then if you look at it, and he's like, okay, look, I'm paying the rent, right? You're paying what you're paying. But let me show you the other expenses I'm coming out of pocket for our needs. Not just me. Because I can put my stuff aside and it is still equal to the rent for me.
Right.
Sometimes surpass it. So if I'm coming out of pocket because I'm only paying a rent, let's say my rent was $1065. I'm coming out of pocket at the end of the month to, you know, close to 300. Then it's not equal. It's not really 50-50. It's actually like 70. You know.
Right.
And
it's just.
I get what you're saying.
This is
you know
where.
what I'm saying. But what I was saying earlier, as far as sitting down and coming to an agreement.
Right,
yeah.
You gotta put out everybody's bill in one.
Right. If y'all are being adults about it, you can sit down and say, look, this is
my bill. I got this. I got that.
I don't even think that you should say my bill, your bill. That's how I feel. I feel like you should sit down and say, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Every month.
Yep.
Right.
So let's see how we
This
can
is what I got coming
help
out.
each other.
Right. What, yeah.
Exactly.
Let's see how we can help each other.
And
right?
the incomes.
If I'm coming out of pocket $2,000-$3,000 a month, and you're only coming out of pocket $1,000, and you being able to save, if we come to an agreement and say, okay, if you're saving and you're saving for us, that's fine.
Much we should have.
This is how much we should have, and I kind of want to see that every month because then.
True.
You know, then it would
money
be what's going on?
Right.
You just, doing what you're doing because, I don't get my, I don't get my, I don't get my hair cut and this. I did this for the show. And, like he fucked my bed up too. I don't even want to talk about it. To be honest, like I don't go do those things, and men don't. In most cases, they don't usually go out and do the things that y'all do. Now, we want y'all to look the way, you look, and you go get your hair, your nails done and stuff like that.
Right.
Sure. But in most cases, if the man is being a man, right, he's taking care of, he's giving, and he's doing a lot more. So it's more than just the bills. Right. So when we say 50-50, it might, depends on the man, I don't want to speak for everybody. It might not just be him factoring in the bills. It's like, okay, yeah, we could talk about the bills, but what about everything else?
Well, not extracurricular.
Right?
What about other things outside of the house?
I call it the miscellaneous.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, but me as a man, I'm not going to say, okay, when we go on a date, I'm going to need you to take one, and then I'll take the next one. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to kind of factor that in too.
But when you know the incomes that's coming, you know who could take that. Especially when you living in the same household after a while, you know who could take that bill because it's like, oh, I know you just paid all of this.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna take this one because you just paid everything else, and I still got my check.
And if you're entering into a partnership, it should be fair on both sides.
It should be fair on,
if say things don't work out, like at least put it into an agreement as to what you're willing to let go of if you're gonna be the only one saving and he's not capable. Now that's only if he's not capable. Now if he is, then that's a different story. But like he said, when I think of 50-50, I'm not talking about miscellaneous stuff. I'm talking about the business. And so, right. So when I say 50-50, because, there may be some times where I might do things for him just out of, just me wanting to do it. And there may be times where he may do things for me just wanting to do it. Because like you said, it's more to a relationship than just, like bills. You need that time together. You need, you know what I'm saying? Like you need those moments just like, just like everybody. Like if you need moments to yourself, when you are building with somebody, you need those moments with that person as well so you can stay connected. Sometimes you get busy. And I know a lot of people who have long-lasting relationships, whether it's them being married or whether it's just them being together for a long time, they always say that we have to find time for each other. Right. We have to find time out of each week to do something together without the kids, without, people around, without, you know what I mean? So this is what has kept us together. And so when you think about that, like you said, it's more than just the bills. Yeah. And so, if somebody is not, if you know their income and, you're just head over heels with this person, you want to build together, you're trying to, be a partnership, it should be fair on both ends in case something does go sour. Because if I'm just, if I'm not capable of paying the rent plus all of my stuff that I had before you and be able to save the way that you are, if he's paying $3,000 a month and you're only paying $1,000 a month, I'm not going to be able to save the way you are. So, and knowing that it should be fair on both ends. Yes, you should have something so that you're set up as the woman. But the guy should be able to feel secure in knowing that he's not going to get screwed over either because he entered into this agreement with you in the, with the mindset of we're building something together just like you did.
Yeah. I just feel like, okay, so as a man, like me, I'm not going to want anything from you if we part ways. That's just the way that I was raised. But technically, technically though, like if we're talking about a business, right? If we're talking about, because that's what y'all doing, like,
It is
like
a
I said,
business. Yeah.
it's a partnership, it's a business. Technically, there should be something that you both can take from and separate, 50-50.
Right.
Right? So, like how you said, if y'all are, if your situation is set up to where he's paying, X amount, you're able to save, there should be. I keep saying, it should be contractual. So there should be something. There should be an agreement. Okay, listen, if we do separate, and I hate the fact that you're setting up for
Failure.
It's like a prenup.
right? Right. Which I don't like them, but there should be something in writing.
Because when you do a prenup,
or a
it's basically
verbal
saying
agreement
that you get a divorce.
Right. Well, you can say, listen, I'm going to take this much when we separate, and you can, whether it's me taking 30% and you taking 70%, because that might be all I need to get me into the next, situation where we separated clean and everything's okay. The only thing that's left is our emotions. That's it.
Right.
You understand? So for me, that's how I feel. Yeah. But my situation is set up where it's like I don't really want it to be 50-50. I'd rather take care of everything. So that's just how I feel. But I've never been in a situation where a woman made more than me. Mm-hmm. But I do know some guys, right? So I have family in New York and friends in New York that are like, they're doctors and lawyers, and they have counterparts that are, they surpass them, right? What do you do in that situation though, where the woman is headstrong and she don't want you to do that? She wants you to I'm going to take care of what I have to take care of. If there's either separate living arrangements or they're living together, and she's like, no, I'm going to take care of this and you're going to take care of that. So what about that?
Well, again, that's why I said in the very beginning, to each his own, and whatever works for you, works for you. I can only speak of the level that I'm on. And the level that I'm on is, I know how to struggle. I know how to make it through a struggle. I know how to make ends meet. I know how to rob Peter to pay Paul. That's what I know how to do. That's the level that I'm on right now. So I don't know what I'll be like if I get to the level where I potentially make more than my spouse. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if my ego will be able to handle that. And I really, to be honest, don't think I'd probably be very nice or fair to the man.
If you made more than him?
Candy beer is.
Well, why though? Because see, I think that. But you kind of dug into that a little earlier when you said that you don't think it's fair, right? You said something like that.
Or she doesn't feel comfortable.
You don't feel comfortable going into a relationship.
Okay. Like he can me, but we have to live separately.
That's what I said.
But
I don't. Okay.
But what makes you feel that way? Because the guy has to automatically go into the situation with that.
I get what you're saying with that. But with me, okay, this is how I personally just always had the mentality of, even when I was younger, living with my parents, I always was like, okay, I'm so independent. For me to, I don't care about no man. I used to jokingly say this, like, if I could, I'll just have a child by myself because I don't really care or need for a man. Now that I have a child, I'm not saying I need a man. No.
You just understand the importance.
I understand the importance of a man. But before we had our son, I was making more than him. I'm like, I'm not moving. We're not getting an apartment together when I know I'm going to be paying most of the rent at least. If I know at the time, he probably couldn't even pay half of a rent. I'm going to be paying most of the rent at least. And now from then to now, he makes 3 times the amount he made when we first met. Of course, I'm moving with you now because I feel more secured. You make more money than me. Yes, I'm going to still support you. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm laying back. No, I'm not laying back, but I feel more comfortable and going about my days without thinking like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got this. I'm not having a child into a situation when I know I'm like, we ain't going to be able to.
I understand that, but
yeah, that's all I think I really was saying.
I get it. I'm not personally against that, right?
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: so, like, we in this age, right, where women are fighting for equality in most situations, right? So, if you feel like you want to have that equal role,
I don't.
Well, you're that 1% then. But if you feel like if you feel like you want to, and see, that's fine. right? But if you feel like you want that equal role, right, then
Yeah.
you kind of have to match that equal emotional and psychological role, because we have to come in with an emotional and psychological role. Emotionally, I have to be the man. I have to take care of things.
But I've never been dependent, so.
No, it's not that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is like we come in with that mindset, with that, you know, we have to do.
Yeah, I get what
So
you're
if
saying.
you're
As a
asking for
man,
50-50,
you come in with that. I know I might have to take on
Right.
the larger portion of our lifestyle. I
But that's where
understand
you
that.
compromise, though. That's where you compromise, because if you asking for the same type of equality, right, and you asking 50-50 would really mean that y'all are compromising together.
Yeah.
Right.
Together.
Yeah.
We're going to be equal. It doesn't matter what body parts you have and what I have and what gender. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. So we would just
But
go half.
how I see it still, I will only understand going half. Like I was saying, if we were making the same, we were basically making the same income. If a man is making more than me, you're saving more than me then. If I'm going half with you.
Okay, but let me ask you this. So if he's making more than you, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if he said, okay, but we're going to go half on this, and then I'll save.
No.
Wait, hold on. But wait, let me finish. Let me finish.
All right.
Let me finish, because
All right, go ahead.
we'll do it.
Okay.
We'll go half on this. I'll save. Let's write up a contract. Because of your efforts, I'll say that this contract, whatever we save, you're entitled to half of it.
Okay, now you added more to you adding a contract.
Well,
that's okay. If it's a legal document, okay, that's
You okay with
understandable.
that? You okay with that?
Maybe not. Not completely
Not
okay with
completely?
that. Because look, how I deal with money, I'm not saying it gotta be just how my let me go break it down real quick.
All right, think
My
about
friend
it.
turning around in her shit.
I gotta
Hey, go ahead, friend.
Think about it.
not how I see me saving money. I can't. Okay, you saving all the money. You saving all the money. Even if in this contract, it's only saying I'm getting half of it. I need to see that money. It gotta be in an account that we both have access to.
But I feel the same way.
We
I feel
can't
the same
have,
way.
you got this account
Because if
and
I'm-
say I'm saving money, I'm over here saying, we going 50-50, we going 50-50, we going 50-50. Come down to savings, where's the money? I'm sure on this.
Well, the savings account is supposed to be, well, in my mind, this is how I figured out.
If he's the one that's saving.
A savings account is both of our names is on it, but we agree collectively that we don't touch this money without agreeing on it.
Right.
They got
Okay,
That's how I
if
feel
that's
like
added into
What
it.
he's saying, so you would still be open to it as long as you're able
No,
to see
still, no, I
So
still
why
really
are you
won't.
against that? Don't talk about.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm against it.
Because I just don't feel comfortable with a guy saving the money for me. I don't know. Even with
But he
that,
should
But
feel
he has to
comfortable
be-
with you
he has to be
saving the money for
comfortable.
him.
I'm good with money.
What if he's good with money?
But that's your perspective, though.
It gotta be a certain guy, I guess.
That's honestly
He's
your
not-
perspective, because
Yeah.
he doesn't know that about you. He would have
True.
to see that, so
True.
he has to trust that.
True.
I mean, if y'all talking about a relationship, the trust
True.
should be equal as well.
Well, I'm gonna say this last thing, and we
I
don't have to go
guess
to the next
the
topic,
trust gotta
because
be
we can
equal.
talk about this forever.
Can I
Yeah.
But one thing I'm gonna say is this: in my mind, I'm not the most holy person. I don't consider myself religious. I do, however, have a personal close relationship with God. The God that I serve, I don't judge nobody for who they serve. The God that I serve, the hierarchy is God, the husband, the wife, and the kids. And if the husband comes under God, he's supposed to take leadership from God. So whatever direction God sends him in, I'm not shacking up. I don't do shack up.
So you're not living with somebody unless you're married.
Yeah.
You don't want to get married though.
That's why I don't know why people keep arguing this point with me. But if I was to get married, this the way it's gonna go. Okay. With that being said, the man is supposed to take, leadership from God. So whatever God tells him to do, he needs to be ordained by God, right? His job as a man is to protect and provide. Then you have the mother or the wife, whatever you want to call her. She comes next. Her job is to nurture and take care of home.
But
and then you have the children.
this, I understand. This is 20.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
So, and then you have the children who come next, and the children are supposed to obey and honor their mother and their father.
But this was made.
I don't care when it was made. At the end of the day, the Bible do not change.
This is what she's saying.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
The word of
It doesn't. But it's also interpreted.
it
Differently.
It is interpreted differently.
Because in that time, it may have not meant what you are perceiving it to mean right now.
Well,
Like a lot of people don't even understand what the 10 Commandments actually mean, and it's also explained in scriptures after, differently. Like they say, "Oh, thou shalt not steal." You think God is really concerned with your petty theft? No, He's not really talking about that. He's talking about tithing. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like there's different.
And I agree with that. However, with that being said, with the hierarchy being laid out the way that it's laid out, right? Then take into account my childhood and the kind of marriages that I saw around me. I never saw no woman going 50-50 with no man. I never saw that.
Right. We had the same upbringing, so I never seen that either. That's why I said that's the way I was raised. But you're basing that off of our upbringing, and other people may have different experiences. So like, as a man, I can say that I agree with you because we had the same upbringing, and there's a lot of men out there who feel that way. But then there's men who've been raised by
their mother,
right? Right. And some of those women may have said, "Listen, I don't need nothing from you. I don't want nothing from you. I'm taking care of my bills. I'm taking care of this rent." And then even when they marry, they say, "Listen, I still don't want you to take care of the majority because I want to feel like I'm doing this." You. And you doing something too. I'm compromising, but I'm doing. So then,
Well, that's why again in the very beginning, we put the disclaimer.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to none of these comments, guys.
I know. All right, let's scroll up.
Hi, Amanda.
I know. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Shavana. Brian, as always.
Brian.
Oh, Mama. Hey, Mama. Okay, so
who's Mr. Saza?
He was gone.
Mrs. Azar.
Mrs. Azar.
Oh, that's a woman.
Okay.
I don't know. It could be Mr. Saza. Oh, okay. You tell us. But this one was going in about the whole the rent. He's like, it's not about the amount of bills that I'm paying, it's about the actual number that the bills equate to. If the rent is 1,000 and all of our bills combined is only 700, then I'm only paying 700.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That's
I mean, it's like you said in the beginning. It is situational. It's what works for you.
Right, and I don't
If it works for you, but I will say this, that if you're gonna do that, please be honest with how you communicate.
Hi, Ivana. Hi, girl. Hey. That's what Mrs. Azar
That is.
Oh.
Got you.
Hey.
But be honest with what you're comfortable with, no matter how the other person may take
that
it.
open dialogue.
Like, please be honest in that, because if you're not, that could cause issues down the line. Like, because I feel like Candy Beers, for an example, is a good example of somebody who is like a billionaire, and she used to say all the time, when she was on the show, whatever, like, I tried to date guys who were in the same income bracket as me, and they were just jerks. She was like, every time she came across one, it didn't work out. They were just jerks. So when she met her now husband, and he doesn't make what she makes.
Right.
Point blank, period. And probably never will. But she found somebody that she could still end up being a partner with, even though she makes way more than
supportive.
Yeah, he is, and he has his own businesses. It just doesn't equate to what hers equal out to.
Right.
But they're still
he ain't broke.
Yeah.
But
they're still a partner.
He's not broke, but he's with
who's this?
Candy Beers
from Escape. Shorty that's on a lot of not hip hop. Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
You said how much does she work?
She's a billionaire now.
I think she might have reached $1 billion.
Yeah.
You said where is she from?
Atlanta.
No. Like what is she? What's she known for?
Her original fame is from being a member of Escape.
Escape, and she's a billionaire. Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Well,
you said her husband.
Well, I think
she might be a cheerleader too. She worked $1 billion.
Well, because she met him after.
Well, she wasn't a billionaire when she met him.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a millionaire.
She was a millionaire.
In the millions. I think
but
she has.
But see, that's.
She hasn't. No?
I don't think so.
Either way, he don't make as much as her.
Yeah, I don't even think he makes half the amount she makes.
That she's a millionaire.
I don't even think he makes $1 million. I don't even think he's worth $1 million.
Because
but
that was
he's
the
not
mom's
broke.
thing
But
when they first met.
that's an example of a man adapting, right?
Right.
So it can work on our side, and it should be able to work on that side too, right?
I feel like it can work either way. If we talking
Yeah.
that much money, if I'm making that much money, and the
But
person
why does
that-
the amount of money have to make a difference? Because you could build from a lower standpoint too, right? Okay, no. All right, what's the next topic? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say this though before we move
She
on.
said you
From the point of a male perspective.
I'm gonna say this before we move on to the next topic. Patty, you said he don't make nearly as much, and that she tried dating men who were in her
Bracket.
bracket and they were jerks.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I make $12 an hour. If you make $13 an hour and think you gonna style on my ass, I'll beat your ass in your sleep.
I can't.
I don't mean no damn harm, but you better not flex on me for no $13, $15 an hour. If you gonna flex on me, it better be a large amount of coins we talking. Not no little bitty.
She took that from
penny.
the whole
You damn right.
That's
Hey,
Shantae.
what you say about her?
Huh?
What did you say about her?
What you mean?
About Candy?
Oh no, I'm just saying she a multi-millionaire. She's
A
not
multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that was like one of the things
I
my
said
mom
escape
had a
a billion.
concern. Well, she did
She
a lot of
did.
stuff
She did a lot of
outside
things.
of that.
She
Like,
was smart. She was business
yeah,
savvy.
she's very
Yeah.
business.
What?
Yeah,
Like she has multiple businesses.
All
You
right.
wanna ask a question?
So we're moving on to the next topic, guys. And the
Yeah.
next topic.
Hey, Pat! Oh my God!
Patty's
Oh my gosh, Pat. Okay. So,
Next topic.
next topic.
Oh, that's me.
I can't tell what you had.
So we won't take long because we have two more, right? We got this one and the next one.
Yeah.
So the next topic I wanted to kind of discuss, like especially with a male perspective here, female friendships versus male friendships. I feel like when it comes to females, you hear a lot from women, and when you like, for instance, when we started, like connecting. And it's like, I don't have very many female friends because, they're just, I just don't get along with them. I'm more so friends with guys. And I'm just wondering, why is that? Why is it we can't come together as women?
Because a lot of females got too much shit behind.
But why is that?
And I'm not saying me personally, I'm just saying a lot of females, you get, okay, so say, all right, I'm vibing with this female, we cool. And then next thing you know, it's a lot of things. It could be like, my female friend has sex with my ex. You know a nigga's not gonna have sex with your ex.
There's jealousy.
There's jealousy.
I hope not.
Well, I hope not. I hope he don't jump land. But
my question is why? Why are we always so competitive? Why are we
yes.
always so jealous?
Why you gotta figure? Oh, I look better than her.
Yeah, like why is that?
Because we bring insecurity into our girls. That's why.
Okay.
That's all. And I see it firsthand raising a daughter by myself. Like, as most women know, when you get to junior high school, that's when everything changes. You know what I'm saying? When you in elementary school, everybody's friends, la la la, life is good, blah blah blah. You get to 6th grade, and the same people that you was best friends with in 5th grade, all of a sudden, they don't want to be your friend no more, or they found other people to hang out with, or they're going in a different direction than you, and you find yourself kind of lost in a sauce, trying to make friendships, and really don't know how to. And then the next thing you know, what happens next? 1 of 5 girls get together, what's going to happen? Somebody going to talk about somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody going to say something behind somebody's back.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be insecure and say somebody's ugly.
Right.
Somebody's going to get mad because a boy has a crush on this one but don't have a crush on me.
Right.
It's just women being catty, and it comes from a young age where women are not fed into. Their spirit is not fed into.
It starts from home.
It does. I tell my daughter all the time, listen, you don't ever have to down another woman when she walks in the room just because somebody is prettier than you or smarter than you or get more attention than you. Nobody dims your light. The only person who can dim your light is you. If you want to dim your light, then that's on you. But nobody else can dim your light. And I tell my daughter that. You don't have to be making little comments about somebody who walks in the room or talking about nobody behind their back, because at the end of the day, you are who you are and you are beautiful and you are an amazing person.
Right.
Love you and accept you, and then learn to give credit where credit is due. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey girl, your hair's
Exactly, because I say it in a heartbeat.
oh girl, them shoes is cute. Where did you get them? You know,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with saying
I
that.
can't
Instead of
lie,
saying,
personally, just as a female, I don't really give compliments to females. Just because, not because I'm hating on a female. It's just because
I feel like we
normal.
should do that more, though.
Yeah, I feel like we should do that more. I mean, I think I do it more now, but just I can't.
what's up, girl? I cannot.
Oh, I didn't see her come. Hey.
girl.
Yeah, that competition thing is.
Yeah, and it's always been like, so I always feel like I'm not gonna even give this girl a compliment because
She may take it the wrong way.
she may take it the wrong way, or oh, I didn't look good before. Like, bitch, I'm just
So
trying
do
to.
you know this because are you saying this about people that you've had interactions with before? And
No,
you know
it's
how
just
they react?
no, it's just be in general. You can see a stranger.
And you are assuming this though.
Yeah,
But why?
cause it's just,
Because of how we think about each other.
I guess.
Because it's not right to assume.
Or
because,
just-
Shantae
or
said,
just
she can
previous.
have a resting bitch face on her face.
Which I
And
do.
somebody can take that the wrong way and think, oh, if I say this to her, she'll take it the wrong way. In reality, she's really not.
People think I'm a mean person all the time based on the fact that I don't walk around smiling.
And you
I'm
talk
a-
aggressive.
Well, even before I open my mouth, people say that.
Oh yeah.
And before I could say anything at all, people are like, oh my God, why you look so mean? First of all, bitch, I can't see.
You know what?
That's first.
I can't fucking deal with her.
So just to be clear, my resting bitch face is because I cannot see and I don't know who you are until you're 2 feet in front of me. That's the reality of it first. Second of all, I come from a city where nobody walks around smiling, looking all goofy and weird.
I do.
That's your business. I grew up in Brooklyn, Brownsville at that. You don't walk around the hood smiling for no damn reason.
That's why I said I
And I
do.
think that's what
What's her problem?
I think that's where it comes from too, because I did grow up in Flatbush, and it's not like.
But is it fair to judge somebody just because they do and you don't? Because I do. Call me goofy all the time.
I moved here, and I seen people when you go in the store and somebody said hi to you, like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is they talking to? Why they say hi? Like, you gotta adjust to environments. When you grow up in an environment, that's what you're used to.
It's
So-
stemming down to starting from home.
Well, let's be
Not
real, though.
necessarily, because my mom didn't teach me anything. It's just who you around, who you go to school with. My mom didn't teach me, like, oh, fuck that bitch.
Well,
You know,
not
like, that
necessarily-
kind of...
Not necessarily teaching you that,
Yeah.
but like she said, instilling it into you, like making it a point to like bring it up. You know what I'm saying? Like if you come across someone who's different, or if you come across, you know what I'm saying? Like she tells Aaliyah.
Okay, so instilling being friendly.
I don't tell Ollie to be friendly. Matter of fact, I teach her the opposite.
Yeah.
Don't be friendly. I didn't say be friendly.
I'm not
I never
saying
said that.
I'm not saying what you saying.
Oh, I teach her to be accepting, which to me is more important because you can fake friendliness, but you cannot fake acceptance. So it's either you accept somebody for who they are and them being different than
And
you,
more so accepting yourself.
Yeah.
right?
Because a lot of people, when they see, like, if somebody walks into the room, for an example, and like how you said, you know, oh, she's prettier than you. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What I might necessarily think is beautiful, you might not.
Right.
So that to me is a insecurity for
right.
yourself.
I
You
know.
thought that person looked better than you.
I used
So
to get
you
that all the time
decided
in
this
Yeah.
type
school.
of
When girls
attitude.
would come to fight me, I'd be like, damn, what did I do? Bitch, you think you cute. Am I supposed to think I'm ugly? I don't understand the reason for this fight, right? I mean, I'm still gonna fight you because you already came with the work, so I'm ready. But if your reason for wanting to fight me makes no sense, I'm going to hit you because you think you're cute.
No, it's
No,
really
you think I'm cute, and you mad because I'm cuter than you. That's really what it is.
I can't.
I didn't say I was cuter than you. I didn't say I thought I was cute. You said that. You came with that bullshit.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, it stems back to, I feel like if we instill in our girls more of a positive outlook for themselves, like building their own self-esteem up, then you would have less, because to be honest with you, I made friends very easily. I just couldn't keep friends easily because girls would start doing the catty shit, and I don't want to be about that. I'd be like, y'all talking about people, I'm going to stay over here with the boys, they cracking jokes.
True, exactly. You can clown with the boys.
Right.
A lot of girls. Okay.
And boys don't let you pay for stuff. So I used to be like,
Even in high
they
school.
want to get a bottle, I'm going with them. Or they going to smoke, I'm going with them. Like, they going out to eat, I'm going with them.
Exactly.
And they just
I mean,
like,
even when I was in high school, you like, oh, they going to, you ain't got no money, I'm going with them.
and you want to sit around and talk about people?
I'm not, nah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I got
and
better things to do.
the thing how I talk, a lot of females take it offensive. And 90% of the, maybe 10% of the time, it might be offensive. But 90% of the time, I'm not even trying to be offensive. Y'all know how I talk. And a lot of females don't take too well to how I speak. So I just don't click with a lot of females. I could count how many female friends just throughout
Even
that
with
I only had. I never, even when I was younger, I never had a big amount of friends with females. So guys, I could clown with them, I could goof with them, I could say whatever, and they not gonna. A lot of times, most of the time, men is not gonna take offense to what I say like females will. So I'm like, okay, I'm chilling with the guys.
Why do you think that is? Because before you start, because it was the same thing when I first met you. I was like, oh, this girl is something else. But I saw beyond that, and it goes back to what like Shantae was saying. Acceptance. That's harder to do than faking, being friendly, and I can't do that. So I saw beyond that in meeting you, but I can understand why some people may, like, especially females, be taken by that.
Yeah, a lot of people be like, nah, or just don't want to click.
What was the question? Why do I feel like men don't take offense?
Or just
Okay, so as we're talking about how us as females form friendships, do y'all men have the same issue as far as it being difficult to form friendships with other men in your... Yeah?
Yeah.
You do? Why do y'all think
Right?
Yeah, y'all don't think it happens, but it does. So it's all about the guy being aware, though. So I don't have much friends. And matter of fact, I don't have any friends. If I can consider you a friend, you're more like a brother
Right.
than anything else at this point in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
But early stages, dudes do the same thing.
For real?
What?
Yeah.
Because we were here
Especially over a female. Like if there's one female in the clique, that one chick who's hanging
all
around.
the time.
Dudes do that. They'll talk shit to the chick about the next nigga because they want to.
I've
It's
heard
but
Yes, that's true.
Nah, that's real.
But-
That's
you guys
true.
ever heard of like somebody saying, like, men, we know how to, come together, and y'all females, you do too much, and like, I've heard that a lot growing up.
Sometimes we realize that we would benefit more by just being around each other, being cool.
Right.
That doesn't mean that we don't feel the same way y'all feel. when
Y'all
you're
just
around
don't
those
react
people. We just don't
probably.
react the same way.
Right.
That's it. We just don't react the same way. I got some dudes I hang out with right now, and I know it's only beneficial financially or intellectually because I'm just gaining by listening
Right.
or understanding something.
That's actually
They're in a
powerful.
situation where I just want to sit and I just want to look at them
Soak it up a little
and
bit.
soak it up. So,
yeah,
but I'll
that's
hang out with
powerful.
them. That doesn't mean that I actually like that person.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I don't actually mean I like this. So, do we like each other?
I like y'all.
Okay.
yeah.
Most
No,
of the
guys,
time.
guys,
Most of the
it's like
time.
when
But I
somebody
feel
says
like
that at this
that's
point,
what-
y'all are my sisters. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel
we
like
gonna
that's what
bump
it
heads.
is. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
I mean-
relationships, period.
But
If I don't like y'all, I won't talk to y'all.
And we
But
don't do none of that catty stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like Jamaica could come to you and say, Shantae said X, Y, and Z about
I'm
you.
coming to
And
both
that's
of
not
y'all
how it is.
at the
And
same
I'm
time.
not going to be able to go to Jamaica and say, Hattie said X, Y, and Z because it doesn't happen with us.
Yeah.
First of all, whatever we be going through is discussed in the group chat anyway.
Yeah. Whatever the hell we
I
going
don't care how
through.
many times I be like, I'm done with y'all.
Or,
Whatever y'all say, I'll just do.
right? You say that and she saying, I be want to choke her.
I'm not going through this
I
with
be
y'all.
wanna
Whatever
choke
y'all
her.
decide, I'm just here.
I'm like, okay, she get me tight. And sometimes when she even responding that, I'll be like, I'm not going to even respond no more. I'm
Or
going to let her
sometimes
be.
he will respond and be like, all right.
All right, go on to the next subject.
You having a moment, I mean,
Cause
but we're all adults.
yeah.
And we're not here to put each other down. We're here to uplift each other. And I think that has always been our goal from the very beginning. So I think that the dynamics of our friendship is not the same as normal black female relationships. To be perfectly honest, I don't see.
I mean, it's nice to know.
And
that
I have a few
guys
friends
go through
that
the
I could.
No, we do. We go through the same
I
stuff.
never knew that.
And
That I could just.
yeah, it's just
It's
like I said,
all-
we don't react the same way. But you
I
know,
just thought that was pillow talking. I used to get
No,
mad. I'd be like,
no.
stop telling your friend to be little bitch.
no,
I used to
no,
get mad. How do you like that?
no. But we
That's the
do.
thing.
We go through it. We go through it, and it's just we just don't make it obvious. And a lot of that comes from like pride. A lot of that comes from just that sense of being a man. I'm not going to show how I really
Do you
feel.
think that hurts?
We'll be
Does
having
it hurt?
time
Yeah,
for
we get our feelings hurt. I mean, we're
No, I mean,
having
do you
time
think
for
that
that
hurts
shit.
the relationship? If
Of
you
a-
just
I'm
kind
for
of like
real.
have that pride or.
We'll be having time
Yeah,
for
yeah.
shit.
No, there's a lot of instances. Oh, there's past friendships that I've had where I feel like we would probably still be friends if I just explain to him
Voiced it, yeah.
where he pissed me off, and we could have that because I probably pissed him off, and that's what made him act that way that day. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah, we just didn't have that dialogue.
exactly.
We couldn't open up that dialogue. We couldn't
I
have
think
that
as
conversation,
females,
so.
I won't say we more outspoken. But
We're communicators for the most part.
for the most part, and that's just.
I don't be wanting to communicate.
I mean, yeah, you a whole male in a female body, but
I cannot.
as females, normally when something is, I feel like when something is bothering me on my chest, I gotta confront the situation.
But see, this is where I say women differ in a sense, depending on the type of woman that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Some women may say, I got something on my chest, I need to get it off. Let me go tell my best friend.
Some women
Yeah.
don't do that.
Instead of confronting the person that pissed them off. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
And then
know
that's
what
how
you're
gossip starts.
Yeah.
And next thing you know is, oh, she said X, Y,
Cause
and
my
Z.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So
No. There's no difference. There's no
Males do
difference.
the
Guys
same
do the same thing.
It's,
I gotta stop you. Guys do the same thing. Here's the difference.
What?
Here's the difference. Most guys have multiple circles.
That's it.
Most guys have multiple circles. So like me, I have brothers, I have associates, I have people who I just want to learn from.
Co-workers.
So my brothers, they might do something and I could tell them, yo, you're really pissing me off right now, bro.
Right. Right.
Like
That's
I'm about to
real
go in the back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then there's associates that's like, I'm not gonna get this dude that energy.
Right.
Because if I have to do it, then I'm not. It's just not gonna be.
You
So
don't care
what I'm
about
gonna
the
go do is
relationship
I'm gonna go talk to my brother.
that
Yo,
point.
let me tell you what this dude said. You think it'd be wrong if I punch him in the throat, or if you know what I mean, or if I if I responded and I said this, well, you think that would be wrong, or you know what I mean? My brothers, yeah. The dudes that I want to go in business with, I might not react at all.
Right.
But I'm gonna go talk to my brothers about it. I'm not gonna ask them what let me tell you what this guy did, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it. We have multiple
okay.
circles, so we just not emotionally invested into certain circles the same. You know
I
what
get
I
what
mean?
you're
I feel
saying.
what you're saying.
I get what you're saying.
I mean, I'm the
okay.
same way though. To be honest.
So
Yeah.
okay, so let's get into the whole.
It's frustrating enough to be emotionally invested into a lady, the counterpart.
Right.
So I'm just not going to do that with these dudes.
I
I'm
feel
not.
the same way though with some people. If I don't care about the
Yeah.
relationship that much, then I really don't care about how you feel about something. If I care about
True.
it to a certain extent,
True, because
then
if you, I mean, but then again, what if you feel that person is a close friend to you?
if that's what I'm saying, if
Then
I
you should
don't care
be
that
able to
much
talk
about
to
that
that person.
relationship, then I
Yeah.
don't care. But if
Yeah,
if
I'm
we are
confronting you.
close and
Yeah.
we're friends, and I consider you like sisters or whatever, I should be able to come to you and be honest about whatever it is. I'm
Yeah,
feeling.
not talking to somebody else about the situation.
So
Yeah.
God ain't finished with me yet.
Okay.
Preach.
I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say. I don't give a damn what you feel about
Well,
it.
that don't
I'm gonna
necessarily
say what I got to
Have to
say.
do with like God dealing with you. That's just how you deal with situations.
That's how I
Yeah,
deal with
that's
it.
Versus somebody else.
And that's why I
That's
feel
it.
like get it off your chest and don't have no stress. That's my mom.
Well, it don't stress you. I don't care about the relationship to the point to where I'm
Well,
stressed
that's
about
no.
it.
I'm not talking about that situation. But it's something that you don't care about. Then obviously it's not gonna stress you out because it's
Yeah.
a difference. to you.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as addressing someone or addressing a situation that I feel like it bothers me or whatever, I'm not gonna go to Jamaica and say,
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. If it
oh,
bothers you.
Hattie bothers something Hattie did bothers me. How do you feel like I should approach this situation? I ain't gonna ask that. I'm gonna say Hattie, and then if you offended by it,
Wait.
I didn't mean to offend you, but I meant what I said.
You see?
I'm sorry it offended you. However, I meant what I said, and I stand by what I said.
Yeah,
should
but
be
for
able
us
to do
though,
that,
there's testosterone.
But do it in the group chat so I can know what's going on.
There's testosterone. There's testosterone involved with us. Things get escalated really quickly. So
Alright.
you kind of have to
Gotcha.
You kind of have to, like, you know, basically gauge whether or not it's worth it, like, for you to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because if I say something to this guy and I know that he's the type that's going to react like, you know, he's just going to, because he's confrontational and,
Right.
you know, in general. So if I just say this, then, damn, is it really worth me even bringing it up to you?
Right. Is it
Maybe
worth
I
me
could
losing my
figure,
friendship?
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
I
But
get
sometimes you need to say something just so you could get it off your chest without. I don't think it's gonna make you. If it ends your relationship or friendship with this person, then it's not like
it wasn't that solid.
it wasn't that good. Cause I need to come to you as aggressive as possible. You understand me as a friend and be like, I understand where you're coming from.
Also,
And y'all come
friend though too. You have to learn how that person, you know,
is.
and
how
like,
they
you can't
might
always-
react. You gotta know that person. Cause I mean, I know how Shantae is. I'm like, oh, pass that shit. Whatever. And I know how Hattie might react to it when Hattie get in her moves. Okay, pass Hattie in her moves. Like, I'm not gonna confront. I don't like how you came to me the other day. Cause Hattie be in her moves. I don't fucking care about what she did. So for that, I'm not gonna confront her on that. But if it's something major, yeah, I'm
Right,
confronting
yeah.
you on that. Yeah.
Well, you should be able to. Right?
Well, we didn't get to touch on our last topic, guys.
I know.
We could touch on it real quick.
Real
2
quick.
seconds.
Double standards.
That's
ready?
That's why you wanted to do it real quick. All right.
Real quick. Okay. So, it was basically really Shantae was having this story with a guy.
Of course, we're not gonna say no names.
Yeah.
But it was a friend. We used to have a thing in the past. We are friends now, strictly friends. It didn't progress any further. However, I know of multiple friends, or not friends, but associates or people that I'm acquainted with, who have also been with this gym. And I was in a situation one time where I could have got with one of his homeboys. Even before I knew all of the women that he had already been with that are acquainted to me in some way, shape, or form, I had already told myself, no, that's not a good move to make. That's not how you present yourself. And you just don't move like that, Shantae. That's just not you. So I left it alone. That man was fine. God, no, he was fine. Anyway,
I can't stand her.
the funny thing about it is, once I found out about the guy, I never batted an eye. I never was like, oh, I'm not his friend no more. He a hoe out here in these streets. I never did that. And 9 times out of 10, nobody else is going to do that to him either. But had I stuck with that friend,
You would have been called a hoe to all
I
the
would have
boys.
been all types of hoes. And
It's a double.
it's a double standard. If I'm a hoe for doing it, then
Nah.
you
And I'm
should
gonna
be a
put your
hoe.
name into it, Ernesto. I'm not saying you did it, but if Ernesto had came and was like, I slept with 5 girls, and I'm like, shit, I slept with 5 niggas, y'all probably gonna be like,
I'll be like, girlfriend.
you know, I know you probably would like go for it.
Nah,
But
it's
nobody
about
gonna
maturity,
even
though.
think about the comment he said. But you gonna be looking at me like, damn, you slept with 5 niggas in the car. What?
It's about maturity, though. It's about maturity.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
I don't know. But as a dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. If a chick tell me, okay, she done dealt with 10 dudes, 5 dudes, whatever. Okay, we talking about the course of your life. How old are you?
I'm not even saying in the course of my
You
life.
talking about last year? You talking about 5 years?
You
You talking
said,
about,
no, I'm
you know
saying,
what
what if I said, oh, I slept with 5 guys in the past couple of weeks?
Nah, we got something to talk about.
But
because I
if
ain't
you
seen-
said I slept with 5 guys, I slept with 5 girls in the past couple of weeks, probably nobody's gonna be looking at you and saying like, oh damn, you slept with 5 girls. They be like, yeah, go get it, you know. But they're not gonna say I'm getting. They're like, damn.
But why do
use
you
a condom?
did
Did
you
do
think that there might be a
Because
difference?
that's what it is.
You think that's the
I'm
only reason?
gonna tell you why I think there's a difference.
Because they are gonna.
I'm gonna show you a perfect example. One day I was in the car with an old boo thing, right?
Mhm.
And the radio was playing. It's morning time, so you know the radio is talking. And the DJ said something about, I don't know what celebrity he was talking about. I missed that part. But the lady said something about how many men she slept with. And whatever number, I think it was like 30. And the young lady had to be like maybe in her late 30s or whatever. She said something about she's been with 30 men or something like that. Homeboy, the ex-boo that was driving the car was like, God damn! She slept with 30 whole dudes? Damn! So I turned and I looked at him and I was like, how many women have you been with? That don't matter. Pause. Yes, the hell it do. So you mean to tell me that if I told you right now that I've slept with 30 women, 30 men, you would have an issue with that? He said yes. I said, can you tell me how many women you slept with? I lost count. So it's okay that you lost count of how many women you've been with. But the fact that I've been with 30 men would be a problem for you. Yeah, because don't nobody want no girl that everybody done had. I don't want no dude that every bitch done had. Can I have a nigga that's exclusive?
I'm not really concerned with how many you've been with over the course of your life, though. We talking about how many people you've been with, you know, recently,
right, so
and just like
in
as a
12-month span.
But what's basically for me, it's like, what's your pattern? Like, okay, are you sleeping with 5 dudes every week? Then we have a fucking problem, because I'm not doing that.
If you're not doing it, then I understand. Then you got a right to judge the situation.
I'm not really worried about your body count, though. Especially if we're going to get together and we're going to decide that this is exclusive.
Yeah.
Then it's exclusive. None of that really matters. We're going to be adults, right? We're going to be mature about it. I don't really care about what's going on. You know, we're going to cut it off after that. But if you're talking about we're dating and we're dating, I'm messing with you, maybe one other or 2 other, you know, whatever. Y'all could be doing the same, right? But if I'm messing,
you can't do the same.
No, but you can.
No, but you can't.
I don't know who you're dealing with. I don't know who you're dealing with. I don't know who you're dealing with because
9 times out of 10, maybe it's the voodoo box that I got. I don't know. At the end of the day, anytime I've been with somebody, and I don't really do exclusive. I don't like relationships. I don't be into that, and I'm very clear about that from the very beginning. You can't tell me what to do. I'm not gonna tell you.
I think it's all situational, though.
At every single time.
You have to be a little more vocal about, you know,
I'll be vocal.
a little more transparent, because okay, well, you know, as soon as they breach the contract, you tell them the time is up. It's, you know,
I'm gone.
Right,
because you discussed this already. If I'm getting into a relationship with first of all, there's levels to this. If I'm getting in a relationship with you and we're dating, I don't really feel like I have a right to tell you who and when you should be. I don't owe you nothing, you don't owe me nothing, right? Okay, but if we're moving past that point and we go to the next stage, all right, we might want to slow down a little bit, and then we go to the stage after that. We're exclusive. All right, now the party's over. It's just me and you.
Here's what I think the problem lies in.
Not every female
all the
thinks
lines are blurred.
Yep.
All the lines nowadays are blurred. Women are not being honest with men, and men
not,
are definitely not being honest with women.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
I don't think there's a double standard, though. I don't think that there really is a double standard. I think that you're dealing with somebody who's immature, or you're not.
Well,
I agree with that.
I agree with that. It's just
even possessive, because even like the household that I grew up in, my stepfather used to tell us all the time, men can do it, but women cannot.
We're talking about old school stuff, right? Right. And you touched on religion before, right?
Yeah.
And then biblically is woman is what?
Chaste. She's supposed to be.
Before, right?
Yeah.
And then biblically is woman is what?
Chaste. She's supposed to be chaste. She's supposed to be sacred.
well,
She's supposed to be, right? She's the temple, right?
Right.
So that's the way that they think, right? I feel like that's what happens when you get married and when you enter into an exclusive relationship.
That's what
I think that that's the when you enter into an exclusive relationship.
That's what
I think that that's the only point in a relationship that it should, you know, take that turn. That's it.
All right, guys.
Point in a relationship that it should, you know, take that turn. That's it.
All right, guys. We touched base
Guys, this was awesome.
on all our topics.
y'all done wore me out.
You lit.
I'm worn
But
out.
low key lit.
All right, guys.
On a low
So
key.
let's wrap this
Yeah.
up.
All right, let her wrap this up.
Because
I'm worn out.
Right.
All right.
And I got somebody to do. So thank you guys for tuning in once again. Catch us live next Monday. What's next Monday? The 22nd?
Next month.
Yeah, next week, the 22nd. You already know on YouTube, 7 p.m. 8 p.m.
22nd, yep.
Eastern Standard Time. We love you
Boom,
guys.
boom,
Episode 8.
boom, boom, boom.